funny. I knew I'd seen him before in something. And that's the one you said he's in this new show too?
Yeah, he's in the Outer Range.
Nice.
Yeah, man. I'm so you enjoyed this movie then for your first time watching?
Oh, yeah, dude. I would totally buy this. I'm totally down to. I would definitely recommend it to people. I think that it's a lot of fun. I feel like it's very original in its own way.
Yeah.
Stacked cast, and they're all look like they're having a blast.
They all sell their performance for sure. Like you can tell, at least for me, I felt like they were all giving 110%.
You know, it does. I feel like I know what probably scared people away is like it's meaty, long, runtime, especially for what it's doing. But like I said in my write-up, it doesn't feel. I feel like it's evenly paced. It's not boring.
Oh yeah, for sure. If you're invested in it, I think it doesn't necessarily feel almost 2.5 hours long.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
That's cool. That's a first for me. I think introducing you to a movie that you haven't seen.
I know. I was stoked to that this is what you had picked, and I had, other than who was in it, I wasn't sure what to expect. But that leads me to this is a great segue into Drew Goddard, who wrote and directed this. Are you familiar with other stuff he's done? Without looking it up.
Off the top of my head, no, but the name sounds extremely familiar.
Okay, so this guy has done some great work. So he's the writer. He was the writer of the original Cloverfield, which I love.
Oh wow! Okay.
The director and co-writer of The Cabin in the Woods, 2011.
Oh my god! Yeah. Okay.
The writer of World War Z.
Oh my god! Okay.
The writer of The Martian with Matt Damon.
There we go.
And then what else? And then the reason why I think for you, why his name sounds so familiar, is because he was a prominent writer on both Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel.
Okay, there we go. I think I secretly liked this guy's stuff and didn't even know. It's funny because I think I picked Cabin in the Woods when we did it that one time.
Yeah, that was you. Yeah.
And it's funny that Chris Hemsworth is in both of those.
Yeah, they're buddies, dude, for sure.
Yeah, well, that's cool, man. I didn't know. Dang, it's funny that I forget what movie I had picked before in the past, and you're like, oh yeah, man, that guy's stuff. But like there's like, he's a director that I've like a lot of his other movies, like I love. I'm blanking on the name. It was just something you had mentioned to me. Like this was probably a year ago when I had picked the movie, and you're like, oh, that director did this movie and this movie, and I was like, holy shit, like. It's funny that you find these directors, at least for me, these movies that I like, it's a lot of the same directors, but I never know that it's the same directors or writers until I actually look it up.
Yeah, so it's interesting because it's like you're
have a taste, but I don't know it.
Yeah, you're subconsciously going towards the same material, but you're doing it through an unbiased lens. Like you're literally you're watching this stuff and you love it and you're like, yeah, I don't know who made this, or maybe you don't remember, and then you just go for it and you just love it, and then later on you find out that it's all connected and it's like mind blowing because you're like, oh, I never even thought about that.
Yeah, that's so crazy. That's insane. I think that's cool. But like I said, I'm glad that I got to show you a movie that you've never seen, because you are constantly picking movies that I haven't seen or or wrecking movies that I've never seen. That when I get a chance to watch them, it's always never disappointing. So it's always a good time.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I try to have good taste for the most part. Some people might not agree with you on that, but it's all right.
Yeah, it's okay. That's why we do a podcast together.
Yeah, right. If we were just carbon copies of each other, then it wouldn't be too interesting.
Yeah. What I was going to say, do you have any closing thoughts on this, or did you have Swan Facts?
I had 3 really quick Swan Facts, if you want to hear them.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so Chris Hemsworth lost 30 pounds of muscle just to land this role as Billy Lee.
Yeah, he looks pretty lean in this.
He's still pretty jacked to me.
Oh no, yeah, definitely. You can tell, but he's not like Thor, Thor shape.
Yeah.
But he's still a lot buffer than I am. So
I feel like a lot of people probably talk shit like, guys didn't look like that back then, man.
Yeah.
They didn't have ripped abs where you could cook eggs on them, probably.
Yeah. Oh, I could grate some cheese on those abs.
Yeah. Oh, man. What else? Oh, John Hamm actually replaced who would have been Russell Crowe.
Oh, really? Yeah, I think that he is a better fit for this time and era. I think especially because of like Mad Men and stuff. So I don't know. Russell Crowe would have been interesting too, but I think John Hamm was the better pick. Did Russell Crowe end up backing out?
Yeah, he backed out. I think he was like legitimately signed on, like he was signed on, and then later he backed out for whatever reason. I think that he could have pulled this off, but also it would have been kind of a waste to be blown away the way.
Right, yeah.
We didn't really talk about that, but yeah, John Hamm just gets fucking annihilated by a shotgun.
Yeah, he gets basically like, what's her name? Dakota Johnson. She's like, oh, he just got cut in half with a shotgun.
But I mean, come on, bro. Like, again, play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
There you go.
He knew he had been spying on Dakota Johnson or Emily's character. He knew that she had somebody fucking tied up in the room and that she was dangerous. He chose to go and knock on her door and try to, I guess he thought she was maybe like ditzy or something, that she was just going to open the door. She's not into it. Tells him to fuck off. He kicks open the door, knocks her out. I guess momentarily. Goes over to her sister, unties her. The sister's like whatever about it, and then by this time, Dakota or Emily, has picked up the pump shotgun from underneath her bed and is aiming it right at Laramie, is his name, right? John Hamm's character.
Yeah.
And before he starts to say like, hey, look, like, it's not what it seems or something, and she just blows him away. But the thing is that he's facing the two-way mirror, so he falls back into the two-way mirror, and then the two-way mirror is exposed, which ultimately hit Miles in the face, which is also super brutal shot when you see it from another angle.
Yeah, that scene was insane. Father Flynn's like, Miles, get away from the window.
Yeah, he knows what's
about to happen. And he just flies back into the freaking into the cement wall behind him.
He was lucky to be alive. And then
sure.
That leads us to the great scene where Emily or Dakota Johnson, like, figures out Miles is in the back of that corridor, climbs back, and then she's just like, it cuts to the next scene of her like kind of interviewing him. And he's like, oh, how does my face look? And she's like, well, I can't remember how you looked before, but I think it's time that you made peace with the fact that things have changed now.
Such a good line. That's such a clever line.
Yeah. Oh man. She is very brutal in this. I'm slowly becoming a big fan of her work. I feel like she's getting better with age, But all the stuff like Peanut Butter Falcon, she's fucking great. Black Mass with Johnny Depp as his wife, she's fucking great. And then this. That's why I was mad with what they ended up doing with their character. But yeah, Dakota Johnson, you fucking rule. If you're listening to this, it's okay. Keep using George Clooney's name. Who cares? My final Swan fact for you. Drew Goddard, the writer-director, actually took 2 years to finish the script. 2 years.
Oh, wow. I mean, at least you can say he put the time in to perfect it as much as he could.
Yeah.
And it definitely shows.
I'm sure that's like multiple drafts, Yeah. Because think about, I remember reading Jonah Hill. I think Jonah Hill said that he did like 14 drafts of mid-90s.
Yeah.
Like some insane amount of drafts, And that's not even a period. Well, yeah, actually, never mind. It is technically a period piece film.
90.
But yeah, that's my Swan Facts. You were saying closing thoughts. Watch this. I think it's on FX, available on FX movies or whatever, FX Now, whatever that app is.
Yeah. You can also watch it through, I believe Hulu if you have like the live TV thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I have the free one, so or not the free one, but I have the cheap version, so I don't get the live TV and stuff like that. But
you have the movie, right?
Paying extra. Yeah, I have the movie. Yeah, I have the movie. So
you cheated.
I don't need to do that. I cheated. I got it for free. I mean, I didn't get it for free. I had to download and everything, so it worked out. Anyways, I forgot that I actually had it. Like, before I told you that I had bought it, like, when I picked it, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I picked this movie. And then, like, I was like, oh, just let me see if it's available anywhere. And then I was like, oh, shit, I bought it. Like, I bought it when it came out.
I can only imagine, like, the stuff that you don't even realize you have.
Dude, like I said, I've said it before. I still have movies that I bought when I worked at Target. And I still have them in their like saran wrap or whatever it is. Very good movies, because I know they're good movies because I've seen them on, like, when they actually come out on like a streaming service, and I own the movie. Then I'm like, oh, I guess I never have to open this movie.
I'll just keep it sealed.
Yeah, it'll be worth something one day. But you said three two-sided mirrors.
3.5 two-sided mirrors.
3.5. Yeah, I do.
And that's out of 5.
I'm gonna,
to be
okay, gotcha.
clear. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'd probably give it like a 3.5. Also, close to. I give it a 3 3/4.
All right.
I don't want to quite give it that 4, but it's almost there. It's like it's pretty close. But yeah, man, I definitely I'm glad you enjoyed this one. Hopefully, people are listening and they've seen it before. Hopefully, this kind of inspires them to go watch it again and have some fun with their friends or family, whoever's going to watch it with them, or if you're watching it alone, perfect. That's totally cool too. Definitely recheck it out if you haven't. If you're listening to this and you haven't watched it, we apologize for spoiling, but they're kind of, we're reviewing a movie, so there's going to be spoilers anyways. But hopefully that inspired you to go watch it again, or watch it if you haven't. Do we have a pick for next week?
Let's do Good Will Hunting, man.
Holy moly, That's a big one.
You know, and there's a lot to unpack there.